Hey, Tony Gaxon here, popping in. When traffic get moving, I can't look at the phone. And y'all gotta understand when I'm filming, it's just like you riding in the car with me. My eyes be on the road, I'll be completely locked in and focused. So understand that right there, covered by the blood of Jesus over here. So want to talk to you about this because one of the things that I see is, somebody asked me like, Tony, can you talk to the men about not playing a woman, like letting the woman know if what they want to do, and letting the woman know if they just want to sleep with them, letting the woman know if they don't want to be with them. Can you tell the men that? And it's kind of like, wouldn't life be so sweet if that's how life worked? I mean, that life would be so sweet if everybody who came into our life told us their intentions for our life. Like if people came to me and said, hey, Tony, don't really like you, feel like you're a little arrogant because I'm insecure, and so just really want to partner with you to take advantage of your following and to get a shout out from you so that I can get your people to follow me and buy my products and get them in my funnel, and then I'll just badger them and just hit them over the head every week with just selling. Don't really care about them, but just want to get rich. So pretending to like your message, pretending to like you so we can collaborate. Like, wouldn't life be so sweet if everybody who come to me told me that, just straight out? So because then what would I do? Absolutely not. Hey, get out my face. But nobody tells you their real intentions when they come into your life. Like 1 out of 1 million people will tell you their real intentions. And so with that being understood, you have to be prepared for test. You have to be prepared for somebody to try you, and you have to already have the answers for the test. And you get the answers by getting knowledge, by watching videos, talking to people who are knowledgeable in that area, reading books, going to seminars, whatever it may be, taking a class. You get the knowledge by getting information. And so here's the thing. Men are going to test women because for one or two reasons. He doesn't trust women, or he doesn't trust himself. So if a man has been cheated on, if a man has been bamboozled by a woman, and when I say bamboozled, let's say a man got with a woman and she pretended to be abstinent, and he tried to sleep with her and she would not sleep with him because he's a good catch. So she pretended to be abstinent to make herself look classy. But then he talks to another guy who knows her, and that guy's like, whoa, bro, hey, you talk to her? He's like, hey, man, bro, I ain't want to tell you this, man, but you my dog, so I just want to let you know, man, me and her had a little thing, man. Like, oh, for real? Yeah, I met her at the club, and, we danced a little bit after the club or whatever. Walking out, I talked to her, got her number. We linked up, at Denny's. Then I invited her over to the crib and, smashed her, and really ain't talked to her much after that. And the man like, what? You hit on the first night? What? Man, she had me wait 3 months. So now this man have been bamboozled in his mind. The young lady could have grown and changed her life, but the man gonna take it like, oh, you bamboozled me. Plymouth Rock ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me. I done been run amok. So now the man, he does not trust women. So now what he's gonna do is every woman he meet, he gonna put a whole lot of pressure on her. Try to sleep with on the first night. Now see, the thing about this is, if a man could sleep with you quickly, which that word quickly is relative, because for some men like myself, when I was out there, quickly meant one night, because 99% of the women would sleep with me on the first night or the first date, like the first time we're in a place that something like that could happen, like you at an apartment. And so for me, quickly would be 1 night to 3 nights. Another man may think quickly is 1 week. Another man may think quickly is 1 month. So it's all relative depending on a man's experiences with women. So what you have to understand is a woman could come in and be just like super into this guy. She ain't had her none in a while. She ready, like Freddie. She need her something, and she hop on her pole, bust it wide open, drop it like it's hot, all of the above. And the man is using that as a test to weed women out. Now, this woman could be a 100% faithful woman in a relationship. She could be an amazing support system. She could be an amazing wife, but she just doesn't put a lot of stock on how soon you sleep with someone. And so she sleeps with him based on her pressure, the pressure he applies. She could also sleep with him because something has happened to her in her past, and she has a fear of men and fears that if she doesn't, things could get forceful and things could turn ugly, and she doesn't want to experience that again. So when in the position, when in that type of moment, she takes and she does what he's asking of her. So her reasoning is her reasoning. No, none of us can say what her reasoning is. None of us can really judge her because we don't have her story. We don't have her experiences. But what's going to happen is the man that she's dealing with is going to judge her. And he is judging her based off of his experiences. So this is what we have to understand. Everybody has had experiences, and everybody judges future experiences based off of past experiences. And everybody has a right to their judgment based on their experiences. That's what we have to understand. So the key is you have to have your own set of standards, and you have to live by the consequences or the rewards of your standards. So if you say, hey, if I'm feeling somebody, I'm gonna sleep with them when I get ready to. If that's the first night, oh well. If that's the first week, oh well. Guess what? That could work out for you. That may not work out for you. If that's how you move, you got to be okay with getting left by 9 out of 10 people because they feel like you too loose booted and you hop into bed with anybody way too fast. You can't be like, oh, well, you should not judge me because I want to sleep with you on the first night. You asking me to sleep with you on the first night, so that means you sleep with people on the first night too. So how you gonna judge me when I'm doing the same thing you doing? That's their life. That's their right. That was their test. The results is, if they test you like that and you sleep with them on the first night, for them that is failure on your part. They don't consider that failure on their part. They move on with their life. So is it fair? No. Is life fair? No. Where life been fair? Life is hard. You got to learn. You got to learn how to play the game. Oh, Tony Allen. I am tired of games. I am so sick and tired of the games. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Don't we all just want everything to be smooth and easy? Yes, absolutely. Would love stuff to be smooth and easy. That's not life. That's not life. You have to be prepared. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is giving you a memo. Hey, I'm getting ready to play you. Get ready. Nobody is doing that. You have to have your standards. So you have to be able to look and say, okay, what's a standard that I can live with? 3 months before sleeping with somebody? Okay. If I make a man wait, this a woman talking. If I make a man wait to 3 month mark, 50% of them gonna see me as wife material, 50% of them gonna see me as easy. Can I live with 50% of them judging me as easy? If the answer is no, then you say, okay, 6 month mark. 6 month mark, if I make a man wait until the 6 month mark, this a woman talking now. Somebody be clipping this and trying to make like I'm talking about a man. From my perspective, 70% of men gonna see you as wife material, 30% see you as easy. You have to ask yourself, if that's how the numbers fall, am I okay with that? Wow, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What it got that? What it got some jean underwears on? What it got a jean shorts on rolled up like briefs? My boy got on jean underwears with a rocker shirt with wristbands all up and down the arm and leg. Boy say he hitting on something, boy. Boy say he ready. Out here street walking. And a lady I got him on the phone interviewing him. Ma'am, now you're wrong for that, ma'am. Now you know that man is a little touched. Let that man live now. So now listen to me. I need to give me some of them wings. I just passed on some of them wings. See if I can touch me some of them wings. So now listen to me. So then you say, okay, can I live with that? If the answer is no, I can't have nobody thinking I'm easy, because I'm not easy. I'm just doing what I think is reasonable inside of a relationship when I know somebody. So then you say, okay, I'm gonna wait at least a year to get to know somebody, to see if they last that long. And if I wait a year before I sleep with somebody, when I'm dating them, I'm weeding out 90% of clowns. And so you say that, okay, a year. Then, if you wait a year, the odds would be 90% of men will see a woman as wife material. 10% will see her as another woman. He don't put any stock on when a woman sleep with him. Can you live with that? Are you willing to take that chance? If the answer is yes, then okay. If the answer is no, okay, then your standard need to be, I'm waiting until marriage. Or you could say engagement. I'm waiting until we engage before I sleep with them. 95% of men will see her as wife material. 5% will just treat her like another woman. Wait until engage. And so then, can you live with that? If the answer is like, no, I ain't willing to take that risk. I'm not willing to be with somebody, date in a year, 2 years, get engaged, sleep with them, and then they leave because they got the prize and they feel like, game over. I ain't willing to lose that right there even one time. Okay then, wait till marriage. So if you wait till marriage, guess what? 100% of the time, the man sees you as wife material. What I mean by this is, the man who gets to sleep with you, he became your husband. That does not mean the marriage is going to last. But if you can live with the man who gets to sleep with you became your husband in order to sleep with you, so that if y'all relationship fall apart, you can live with that, because he had to go all the way through the finish line before he got the prize. If you could live, if that's the only thing you can live with, then that needs to be your standard. You cannot, and this is what I see women doing, because men test women a lot. So what I see women doing are failing the test and then getting mad that the man tested them. Failing the man test, but getting mad that he didn't tell them, this is the test I'm getting ready to test you with. This is what you need to do in order to pass it. And that's just not life. So that's why I say you have to have your standards for yourself. You have to know who you are, what you want, and how you gonna live your life. That's what you got to know. And if you're not there, then it's like, live by, die by your standards. However you feel, whatever you want to do, live by, die by, and whatever come with it. So if I say, okay, my speaking fee is $10,000, I may have to turn down, I may miss out on 10 events in a row because their pay is $8,000. Their pay is $9,000. If I say my fee is $10,000, then everything $9,999 and under, I gotta say no to, because that's my standard. The moment I say $8,000, then that event planner tell their friend who does events, say, hey, I booked such and such for $8,000. So then when they write in, and then the speaker says, my fee is $10,000, they're like, such and such just book you for $8,000. So what you mean? So you $8,000. All I could do is $8,000. But now because you didn't accept the $8,000, you didn't accept the $8,000. Now that $8,000 paid a lot of bills. So technically, you like, hey, $8,000. Hey, what's really the difference between $8,000 and $10,000? So now your fee is $8,000. See, whatever your standard is, you got to be willing to live by, die by. And when I say die by, I don't mean literally. I mean, you got to stick with the consequences. You got to be okay with the consequences, because the consequences might not be what you want them to be. And you got to be able to say, you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'll pass. Like right now, I don't do interviews. I don't do all interviews that I get asked to do. And one of the type of interviews I don't do is Instagram live interviews. A lot of people doing those right now. I don't do Instagram live interview because that's not my style. And I don't want to lend my whole audience on Instagram to somebody podcast. And because it took me years and years to build that, blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm not finna introduce somebody to my audience that I don't know who they are and how they live their life. So I'm not finna do no Instagram interview. So that's my standard. Live by it. And if I make an exception, it got to be on something that it's also gonna be beneficial to me. So if the person got a viral audience and I would like to reach their audience and their audience bigger than mine or the same size as mine, okay, now that's a win-win. But if somebody audience smaller than mine and they want to interview me on my Instagram live, so my audience see I'm on live and my audience bigger than theirs, then that's a lose-win. You see what I mean? So that's a standard, and that's what I mean. Have your standards. And when you have those standards, hey, people have to get with it or get gone. So, hey, this Tony Gaskin. Just want to talk to you about that. Just to remind you, set your standards. And be okay with what come with that. Be okay walking away. Be okay with people who can't meet you at your level of living, at your level of standard. They can't meet you there. Okay, hasta la vista. God bless you. Have a nice life. See you later. Hey, it's Tony Gaskin. God bless you. Get on off the hill phone. It's starting to rain. We'll talk soon.